Virgo, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading, going from the 27th of November through to the 3rd of December. So what's going on? You've got a lot of ideas coming your way. It's creating a lot of sort of kerfuffle within your relationship side. Something possibly that you've been holding on to for too long and it needs to be got rid of, basically. It's on your karmic path there. It needs to be dealt with, and there needs to be a path that you need to follow more than anything else. On your financial side, regrouping, as I've already said before, I think last week has been on the case more than anything else. But the universe here is trying to sort of stimulate a lot of sort of things that sort of get you in line with who you are. I think this is the final motion or the final push that is taking you from doing what you've been doing in the past, letting go of something, and you seem to be doing that this week, letting go of something that's dead, done and dust with. It could well be a dream, actually, that you've had through your life. So you could have had a dream to be a cinema star, an actress or an actor, and you realise now that you're going to be a much better chef. So you're going to make your money in a restaurant and stuff like that. And that's what it seems to be like. I think there's something that's come from the past, is coming from the past, that's actually in alignment with what you should be doing. But in order to do that, you need to get rid of something, or let go of something at least. On your overall energies, you get the Page of Swords. The energy here is trying to stimulate ideas and open up a new avenue for you. And I think that's on both sides, both on your relationship side and your financial side. On your karmic mission, on your relationship side, you get the Tower. And I think this Tower is because you've been holding on to an ideal, because what you've got after that, you've been holding on to an ideal a little bit too much. And you're, from the past, it's sort of, I think it's led you down dead end roads, basically, roads that are not taking you anywhere. And I think that's where I think you've been holding on. As I said, I think you've been holding on too tightly to something. The universe here is trying to offer you abundance, and I think the abundance is that you have within you. And I think it's starting to sort of germinate the idea that actually I should be enjoying my life. I should be enjoying my relationships with other people. I shouldn't be constantly trying to figure out or put myself in a position where other people benefit and I don't really benefit. I think that's the Tower moment. I think there's a real realization within you that you've been holding on to something, the ideal, a little bit too much. But as I say, the universe is providing you with a lot of things, and we can see that as it comes out of the top. And the overall outcome with the King of Swords, you have this divine direction in your life that appears to be coming into play here, simply because you've done this realization. And this is also a way of, the karmic message here of the Tower is a way as well of dispelling old belief systems. And I think this is what you've been holding on to tightly. I think you might have been kidding yourself about something in the past, maybe a relationship that should be working. You're tying onto it, you're trying. And at the end of the day, I think there's a karmic, Tower moment that sort of like dispels those beliefs, allows those good ideas to come through. And when it does, that's when the King of Swords comes into play, because all of a sudden, through your judgment, you get this clear vision of where you should be going, really. And I think your dissatisfaction within you and how your relationships with other people and etc. I think it's now come to a crescendo basically this week, by the looks of things. But out of that, and this is a really good thing, out of that becomes a very, very clear direction for you to take, based upon wisdom and judgment. And that comes from that sort of Page of Swords as well. The Page of Swords is opening the pathway for that King of Swords there, which brings out that sort of clarity of vision. So you're obviously striking out, but you're striking out in accordance with what you should be living, basically. I think this is where this gives you like a karmic redressing in a way. Not that you've done anything wrong here, Virgo. Really, you haven't. It doesn't appear like you've been doing anything wrong. If anything, you know, you've been just holding out for the ultimate dreams and the ultimate desires and what have you. And it's just, you know, it's just not giving you the rewards that you've dreamt upon, and now you're seeing that reality, that judgment of for what it actually is. On your financial side, as I said, you've got the Four of Swords here. This is about regrouping something, and I think this is where you, in the what's running through you at the moment, I think there's a realization that one thing that you may have been working on has been dead, done and dusted with. Is over. It's not going to happen. But at the same time, Virgo, I think you've been working on more than one plan at the moment. And I think the universe here is, with this Magician card, is saying to you, you can actually get the best out of life if you follow what is really in line with you, rather than trying to do something that is that the world is expecting you to do. This is what I'm getting. So rather than doing what the world expects you to do, I think you should do what you feel is right for you. Because in the past to the present, you have the Two of Cups here. And this is absolutely beautiful. I think this is where, you know, there's things that you might have had with inside you. And as I say, you might have wanted to be in like a star of the screen. And you're realizing now that actually you love cooking and you should open up a restaurant, or you know, that sort of thing, or you love writing, so you got to write a book. And this is where I think you're having this realization that is within you, that something is, some sort of dream is getting in the way of your success. That's what I feel like, more than anything. Out of the top here, you get the King of Pentacles. Now you got the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords at the top here. Now this is really good. So if you allow to get this dream out the way, or get this perspective out the way, let it be dead, done and dusted with. Because this is also like a healing card as well. This is giving you healing going forward. All of a sudden, it's going to put you in a very competitive and very powerful position, because you're going after what you want. And I think this plays out both on your relationship side as much as on your material side. Okay, let's just do a bit of clarification on the Light Seers card here. Tough week for you, to be honest, Virgo. But I think you can turn it in your favour. That's the main thing. There is loads of links in the description below for private reading sessions with me, healing sessions. There's also a link to our sister channel. Thank you very much for all the support you give this channel. It's absolutely brilliant. Without you, we're nothing. So yes, thank you very much for being here. Overall energies here, you get the Devil with the Page of Swords. I think there's a lot of ideas here that's coming through, and the Devil is a little bit in the detail, a little bit obsessive about what you're doing. And if you do sort of get a little bit obsessive, I think this is where you're going to get the clarity of vision. And also, it's going to provoke this Tower moment. And I think this Tower moment is a very good thing for you, Virgo, more than anything else. It does set you on the path for a relationship that really, really works for you. And talking about work, you get the Eight of Pentacles. This Tower moment is going to make you work. It's going to make you work from within you. It's going to make you start working for you. Working for you to enjoy life. Working for you to enjoy the relationships that are around you. With the Ten of Pentacles, you get the Five of Wands. Being the best example of yourself will bring you that security and those rewards, I think. And I think this is what the universe is trying to say to you with this Tower moment. You've got to work a little bit here upon yourself. Everyone wants it to be easy, no doubt about that. But here I think it's a case where you do need to struggle or strive to be the best example of yourself, or be the best example for you more than anything else, Virgo. For you more than anything else. With the Four of Pentacles, you get the World. Yeah, I think this is what the Tower moment's bringing to an end. It's bringing an end what you've been holding on to really, really tightly. I think you've been holding on to a lot of dreams tightly. according to the past, about how you thought life should be like, how relationships should be like. But here I think it is you need to be in that relationship with you more than anything else. With the Six of Cups, you get the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I think the Six of Cups here is that journey that you've been on. There's been good moments, obviously. It's never just all bad. And there's been a lot of good moments, and I think you should build upon that. And maybe that's what the Eight of Pentacles is all about, working on that, working on those sort of smaller details, which bring forth the person that really connects with you. It brings forth a bit of luck as well for you in your life, in the way you connect with other people. And it's luck that comes in from the past. It may well be someone that sort of turns up in your life that you haven't seen for some time, and it just sort of like, it just sparks a whole new way of being. And maybe that is that person that comes in that sort of like, that sparks that whole sort of tower moment for you. With the King of Swords, you get the Five of Swords. I think this is what you got to walk away from, and with this clear judgment and this clear vision given to you through the tower moment, gives you a clear direction to take, and your wisdom comes out of it. So your wisdom comes out in a way that you sort of saying, I'm not gonna get involved in this anymore. I'm not gonna have these problems in my life. I'm walking away from those headaches of the past because I was giving out and never receiving. That's what it seems like, being the best example of yourself, basically. On your financial side, yeah. Why torture yourself, Virgo? Why torture yourself trying to do something that's not going to happen? Why not do something that is really in line with you, basically, that makes you feel at one with yourself, that makes you really happy, and out of this healing here. And I think once you get rid of something, once you allow it to go, that's when you're going to really start feeling the happiness coming in. With the Magician card, you get the Eight of Cups. You've got to walk away. As I said, I think there's something that is blocking you from achieving ultimate goals because of a delusionary idea that I should be a star of the screen, as it were. And I think this is what you've got to walk away from, that idea, because if you want to manifest this real harmonious connection with yourself in regards to your work or your business or your job, you really need to, declutter your path a little bit of ideals that may not necessarily come to pass. Yeah, the moment you start realizing that actually, you've got another destiny here. You're destined to do something else that's much more in tune with you, that's much more in tune with your soul, more than anything else. Once you start realizing that, that's when things start playing in your favor. And it's allowing this thing to get out the way with that Ten of Swords. What is going on with the Ten of Swords? You're blocking your own success. You're blocking your own future and your fortune, I think, by holding on to an ideal of something that is done. It's not going anywhere. It's not gonna bear you fruit, as it were. So yeah, I think it's a case here that you should be moving on, basically, and allowing those beautiful ideas to stimulate a really good future. The moment you do this, it's almost as if like you get the Chariot with the King of Pentacles. The moment you start doing this, the moment you allow this thing to let go and disappear out of your life, this illusion of a certain project or something, then all of a sudden you can concentrate on the things that are going to make you secure, basically, that are going to really bring in the benefits for you. And it's going to happen incredibly quickly. The moment you realize this, and the moment you streamline things, and I think this big thing, I've got plans as well that I've had through my entire life, and I keep a candle burning for it, as it were, but at the same time, I am realistic about certain things that may never actually happen. I used to play music, and I wanted to be, to be something to do with music. And I enjoy music. Yeah, sure, I really enjoy music. Even I enjoy playing music. But at the same time, now I've realised, after a few years, that was, it's a nice dream, but it stays a dream. And I've got to be a little bit more realistic about it. And I think this is your case here, Virgo. Yeah. So there you go. Thank you very much for being here with us, by the way. Really do appreciate your support on this channel. Telling it how it is. That's just the way it goes. You've got your monthly reading coming out next week. You're going to want to subscribe and click that bell if you want to have notifications on these readings. In the meantime, I will say to you, thank you very much for being here. Don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.